Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Saturday, and we opened up with That's Metal Tonight, requested over on Patreon. And yeah, you can't have a song called That's Metal to My Ears, or Marshmallows, or Marshmallow as my nephews call it, without just going for it and having somewhat of a parody of the 80s. But there we have it. Maybe that's the first time you've seen that video, maybe it's not, but yeah, whatever gets requested I play on the live stream. So welcome everybody, hello to you in that live chat room. Let's see who's in there tonight. And we have Chuck, Mimi321, Terry, Billy, PM112, Dan, Alison, Cindy, Daisy, Tammy, Rocker Girl, Julesy, Muriel, Lucy, Charlie, Gilbert, Alison, Laurie, Debbie. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me tonight. So as always, I feel like I've forgotten to do something essential when setting up the live stream, but we always find out a little bit later on as to what that was. So tonight we will be having the picture corner that we missed on the last live stream, so we will be jumping into a few pictures. We have, as always, the vote for tonight's cover video, which is currently 50% for Parisian Walkways, so it is a close one. The other song is You Give Love a Bad Name, and that's my collaboration with Cena, who plays the drums on YouTube and other places, so you guys can vote for whichever one of those you want to see. Now, I will have occasionally, I think, my hair poking in my eyes. I don't know, obviously I know why it's happening because my hair is too long, but it seems like my hair has grown really quickly since my last haircut. It probably doesn't help that it's not really curling away from my eyes, which it does sometimes, but it's not tonight, so I'm going to be constantly being poked in my eyes. So never mind, if I just have to kind of move the hair out of my eyes, you know exactly what I'm doing. So we have everything organised in the live chat room with the vote. Now You Give Love a Bad Name has 51% of the vote, so we'll keep an eye on that. But as always, we are going to be aiming for a likes goal tonight, and I think we might be aiming for a new record for a Saturday night live stream. Not just Saturday night, but just a live stream in general on the channel, because we're going to be aiming for 590 likes, which is a little bit crazy, but we will see where we are at. So far, we are at 248. So that's kind of almost halfway, but not really. So, what would halfway be? It's something like, what, I shouldn't have started trying to work that out. But I'm going to say something like 295 or something. But anyway, I don't know if that's right. 251, 264, whenever it jumps, it's going to be impossible for me to work out the maths. It's impossible anyway. But if you guys could keep on hitting that thumbs up, that would be great. I'm going to keep an eye out for the likeometer, because if we get to, that's going to be, 310 now that we're looking for, in order to have a fill jam at the end of the live stream. So that's what the likeometer is all about. If we do hit that target, then we will have a fill jam. We'll bust out the guitar, and it will be number 182. So the 182nd track that Joe has sent me over on Patreon. We'll check it out. We'll jam along to it, whatever it may be, and see what happens. So as we do approach 300, that'll mean then we're looking for 290, or So, I don't know why the maths is, I guess it must just be me just not doing enough outside of the live streams to keep the grey cells ticking over. So yeah, if you could hit that thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be very much appreciated. Let me get the names of my patrons up on screen, because they make this all possible in the first place. You know who you are, and these are the people that make everything possible. They're the foundation of everything that I do, but they also request the cover videos for the live streams, and the video that we start with one of my original songs. So yes, thank you guys for doing that over there. Now I can see that there has been a donation in the super chat window, and there have been donations in the PayPal window, so thank you guys for those. But as I always say, you don't have to donate, just watching is great. Maybe hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, introduce yourself into the live chat room, and that's how we all get to know each other, and I get to know your usernames as well. So you don't have to donate, but I know that some people can't resist. So for them, I think it's important that they know between 3 and 5% goes to PayPal through the PayPal link, which you can find in the description below. And between 45 and 60% goes to YouTube through the YouTube Super Chat window. So yes, you don't have to donate, but it's important that people know where the money goes. So we will just address this donation in the Super Chat window that's come through from Paul. So thank you for this, Paul. And the message is 429,000 subscribers now. Most excellent. Let's spike those likes. All y'all rock. So thank you for that. And let me get this up on screen, because we have, as Paul's pointed out, just past 429,000 subscribers, which is great, and it is a bit of a ridiculous number, but as I always say, we'll keep on pushing forward and see where we end up. So thank you guys for subscribing, hitting that notification bell. You'll have to do that to get notified for all of the videos and the live streams, but we're going in the right direction now. Let me get rid of that. And just a quick note about tomorrow night's video, because I'm going to be releasing that at about 8 p.m. as I normally do, and that's UK time. And it is going to be a video that a lot of people have been asking me to make over probably the last 3 or 4 months, something like that, ever since a famous singer came out and they were calling out another singer who's on tour at the moment, and it must be said is making quite a lot of money from her tour. And yeah, I've been asked to look into that particular tour to see if the person is indeed actually singing or not. So you can look out for that tomorrow night. I'm not going to say who it is, but you might already know. So, as always, it's going to be an objective analysis video, and we're going to be jumping into that tomorrow night. But the only reason that I mention it is because a lot of people have asked me about it, and I never really make comments on artists or singers or particular performances until I've done the analysis video, even though sometimes, you know, somebody will send me a particular performance that is so obviously auto-tuned that I say, yeah, to my ears, or to my ear, it is auto-tuned and it's not a natural vocal. It's been calibrated to A440 standard pitch. But whenever there are other performances that might just be a little bit pitch corrected, I tend to just wait until the analysis video, because then I can show you guys the objective data. And it's not just me saying, oh, I think that sounds like this, or I think it sounds like something else. So yeah, look out for that video tomorrow night. The other thing that we had this week, I say we had, it was just myself on Thursday, I believe it was Thursday, being interviewed by Rock and Folk magazine, and that's a French magazine that's been going for ages, I think 60 years, so it's a very popular magazine over there. And I had an interview, so it's not me doing an interview of them, is the other way around, which sometimes it happens, where I've been interviewed, just asked about the industry as a whole, really. And I think maybe the people that are in the industry, and maybe even some of the media and journalists and writers from magazines, might watch my videos and in this case didn't really understand how deep the rabbit hole goes when you start talking about, you know, pitch correction, auto-tune and mimed performances. Because this magazine has been around for so long, of course, they've just been covering, you know, live bands and live singers, and it's just kind of what they've done year after year after year. But now to find out that actually I say some artists, quite a few artists are now actually not only pre-recording live performances and pitch correcting them, but yeah, just totally miming and not making a noise into a microphone. So yeah, the person that I was talking with was shocked to find that out, but they had seen a lot of my videos, and I think this is why they wanted to talk to me, to, you know, ask me what is going on. And of course I don't really have an answer to that. I don't know what's going on. It's just everything's gone a bit crazy. And I guess in relation to tomorrow night's video, if you're not, I don't know, if you're not worried about kind of artistic integrity or, you know, I don't know, transparency, all that kind of stuff, and you're willing to do something without actually doing it and just let people believe that you're doing something, if you haven't got a problem with that, then of course you can just pre-record everything and you never ever have to perform live for the rest of your life, and you'll never have an off day vocally because you're never singing. So you would think, yeah, from a money perspective, if people are going to pay thousands of pounds and thousands of dollars for tickets to your event, to your live show, your live performance, because they think you're going to be doing something, not just pressing play on an MP3 player, if you can get away with not actually doing anything and get that amount of money, you know, if you haven't got a problem with your conscience, then of course I'm sure people think, oh well, great, we can earn a ridiculous amount of money, and every night we're not doing anything, we're just moving. So yeah, I mean, again, this is something that's going to have to be discussed in tomorrow night's video, but certainly when I was talking to Rock and Folk magazine, yeah, the person that was interviewing me, certainly it was a whole new world for them. Not, I guess, not even realizing that this is going on all the time. You know, until the interviewer had seen a few of my videos, and hence the reason why they wanted to talk to me. But anyway, by the way, that wasn't an interview that was a podcast or a video or anything like that. This is going to be in their next month's issue of their magazine. So I'll be linked to that, and I'll be able to show you guys that when it is released, and the full write-up. We were talking for ages about kind of all things music, and it's probably about an hour and 20 minutes. But I'm sure that the article is not going to be really long, but I will link you guys, of course, over on Patreon as to when that particular article is released. So look out for that one. And the other thing is that they are interested in my side project that I've got going on, and this is something that, I mean, the more time moves on, the more relevant my side project is becoming, which is good, because it means that when I launch it, people will know what it's all about and what it all, you know, involves, but also the fact that I might have a few contacts now that might be able to put it out to the public in different ways, that, other than just me on my YouTube channel and telling people about it, and then you guys helping out and maybe spreading the word around once I get to that point. But it might be good to get it out in, you know, the, I don't know what you'd call it, the general media, like, you know, newspapers, magazines, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and as always, I'll tell you guys about that over on Patreon. And I think we're getting to the point where it's going to be quite close, where I can start telling you guys about what I've been up to. But anyway, Joe says, available in English or back to secondary school French lessons. So, I mean, you can translate anything nowadays. So I'm assuming that it's going to have an English version, and I don't know whether they'll just link me to the French version, but I'll just put it through Google Translate or whatever. I think that's what it is. That's the most used thing. But you can actually now take pictures of text, and it will translate that picture, or the text in the picture. So that's something that I will do if it isn't in English, but I'm sure that maybe even the web page, if it's uploaded to their website as well, maybe that's even going to be instantly translated. Possibly. But anyway, let's jump over to the PayPal window, because there have been some donations over there. So thank you guys for these. And let me see where we are at. I'm not really sure. Let me move down here. I don't want to miss any donations out. So I'm going to click on this one. And it's a donation from Sue, but I am going to just backtrack to make sure that I haven't missed any out. But this Sue says, and donated £20. So thank you for that, Sue. the message was, I'm sorry to miss the live stream, but I'll be in Los Angeles attending the Chrysalis Butterfly Ball, rubbing shoulders with celebrities I don't recognize. Wishing you a wonderful live stream, and I'll see you all in the live chat room next Saturday. Sue, aka Cinderella, for the evening. So thank you for that, Sue, and yeah, have a great time. And I'm just going to do this quick movement back in time to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Okay, right, I've made it back to Cindy's donation at the end of the last live stream. So that is good. We are now to Nicole, who has donated £20. So thank you for this, Nicole. And the message is, hello, Phil. All my congrats for 429,000 subscribers. Maybe 430,000 now. Good weekend, Phil. You're great. Kiss and rock. So thank you for that, Nicole. And the subscriber count, I mean, it does tend to increase by a lot and then decrease by a lot, and it's entirely random as to how many you get. And I mean, it's just reminded me of a message that a few people have sent me about a particular vocal coach that I looked at last month sometime, and people have been linking me to a video where a guy's looked at actually my channel. And I mean, you can see on, I don't know what the site is, but there's a site that shows you, how many subscribers channels get and all of that kind of stuff. And it plots it all on a graph. And the person was looking at my channel and then this vocal coach's channel. And of course, on my channel, like I say, the subscriber count goes up and down, and you might get, a couple of hundred people one day, and then 700 people the next day, and then maybe 150 the next day, then down to maybe 100, and it always changes. And if you have a video that gets a lot of views, generally you'll see a spike in the subscriber count as well. So anyway, they were comparing my channel with this vocal coach's channel, and the vocal coach's channel was getting 10,000 subscribers exactly every other month. And yeah, I've been asked about that, and I don't know. I'm not an expert in the analytics of YouTube channels. I do vocal analysis videos and just analysis videos on live performances, so I know that stuff really well. So I don't know about subscriber counts and everything. So yeah, I mean, I know that mine goes up by different amounts every day, but I've never had like 10,000. I mean, 10,000 seems ridiculous. But again, maybe it might have been over a whole month. So yeah, maybe that's more realistic. I don't know. But it seemed like it went 10,000 and then 0 and then 10,000 and then 0 and then 10,000. So it all just looked a little bit strange when looking at my stats. And as you guys know, I just do what I do. I mean, I know, and I know now that people can buy subscribers, and it's I don't know, a bit of a strange world we live in, that it is possible to do that. So you might be able to buy enough subscribers to get to 1 million subscribers, and then when you're at 1 million subscribers, if you do a video saying, oh yeah, we made it to 1 million subscribers, I don't know who the we are, because it's not real people. So it's almost like you're talking to yourself. So yeah, I don't understand that. And apparently you can buy comments. So anyway, yeah, it's got to be a lot. I say a lot easier. It's got to be. I don't know. It is a lot easier to just do your channel, and whatever happens, happens, rather than trying to buy a particular number or get up to 1 million. So that, what do you get if you get to 1 million? I think you get a gold version of this silver thing. This silver badge, or it's called something fancy. I don't know what it's called. My nephews know. But this silver thing behind me, that's for 100,000. And then you get another one for 1 million subscribers. So I guess when you get to 1 million, maybe you're not really worried about people watching a channel. You just really want one of these gold things instead of a silver one. I don't know. But as you guys know, and never fear, I'm going to just skip this advert. Never fear, I won't suddenly go up by 10,000, from one live stream to another, 10,000. I mean, not unless something crazy happens and I get like national exposure, I don't know, in different countries, then it could happen. But as you guys know, even going up like 1,000 a week is amazing. And I think we might have had 2,000 this week, something like that. But it always, speeds up and then slows down. But to those people that have been emailing me about that particular video, I'm not an expert in that, but I will agree that it looks a little bit weird to be going up by so many and then zero the next time. So anyway, thank you for this donation, Vicky, for $10 in the super chat window. And the message is, we can pay in Australia $16.95 to get ad-free YouTube. So where does the ad revenue go to? So thank you for that. And I don't know the answer to that question. I haven't done the ad-free YouTube thing, so it's not something that I've got any information on. But I'm assuming, well, if you're paying to have less adverts, then surely YouTube are taking that money because you're paying YouTube not to show you an advert. So maybe the money that YouTube would make from the advertisers wanting to advertise on YouTube as a platform, because they're not showing you the adverts, they're potentially missing out on that amount of money. But I mean, adverts get a tiny amount of ad revenue. So I guess if everyone's paying $16.95, is that a year or is that a month? I don't know, but I don't know where that ad revenue goes. So apologies for that. I know that there are some channels where you can become a member of that channel. It's something that isn't applicable to my channel because a lot of my videos have other people's songs in them when I'm analysing them, and it means that they get copyright claimed. And if what I'm doing with the analysis videos is entirely fair use, and we've covered that in the past with lawyers that watch the channel as well. So when the copyright claims are made on my channel, even though what I'm doing is fair use, they still make those copyright claims. And that is something that I'm now actively challenging because, I've got it on good authority that I should be challenging every single copyright claim that is made on my channel because of how I'm using it and how I'm transforming the content. But anyway, with the whole membership thing, because the copyright claims on my channel go through, even though I can challenge them and dispute them, that means that I'm not eligible to be a channel that you can become a member of because I've got potentially other people's songs or things going on that I don't own the copyright to. So that's something that's not possible on my channel. But as I always say, over on Patreon, that's effectively the same kind of thing. Although on YouTube, I don't think people, or maybe they can, but I don't think people can message the person directly. But on Patreon, you can do. So if you're a patron of mine, you can just send me a message if you want to. And I'll reply to that. I check all of my messages over on Patreon every evening. So that's what happens over there. So it is kind of a membership thing. All of the live streams and the analysis videos get uploaded there as well. So this is another thing that even if you are subscribed to the channel, sometimes I think depending on the algorithm, if you miss a video, then it doesn't tell as many subscribers about your next video and all that kind of stuff. But over on Patreon, I upload every video, so it means that you will get a notification for a new video as soon as it's released. So that's, I guess, a bonus of Patreon as well. Even though it's just linking to the YouTube video, you will get a notification, whereas sometimes on YouTube for some reason it doesn't seem to happen. Some people have said, great to see you back on YouTube, and they might have been subscribed for 2 years, and I said, well, I've been doing 3 videos a week, or 5 videos if you include live streams for the last, or minimally, that amount for the last, 7 years, 8 years, something like that. So I've never stopped doing them, but obviously they've stopped getting the notifications for some reason. But anyway, make sure that you are subscribed and you hit that notification bell. or head over to Patreon. And over on Patreon, I do make the live streams public as well, so you will be able to catch up on all of those. Right, let's get back into the PayPal window, because there's been another donation in there, and this is a donation of £10, and I can see that in the message it says it's from Liz, and I don't know why it's blanked out her name, but it says, "Hi, lovely Phil. You might know that the BBC asked people to vote for your ultimate British group. The top 3 are predictable, with the Beatles. Number 1, the Beatles. Number 2, Queen. Number 3, the Rolling Stones. What do you believe makes the Beatles so enduring? Also, you have always spoken with such insight into how hard it can be for an artist with punishing touring schedules and rip-off contracts. So, as a fun second question," okay, this is a long message, but we're almost there. "What do you think were the best things about being a Beatle?" Well, I wouldn't know personally, although this hair might argue otherwise. What are the best things about being a Beatle, and how do you think you would cope with endless screaming girls? From Liz Murphy, England, or Liz Murphy, England. And I'm happy for you to read out my name. I have no idea why PayPal sends this anonymously. So thank you for that. And when I say about having this hair in the Beatles, I'm saying if you kind of cut it off for that stage, then it might look like I could be in the band. Anyway, thank you for that. Right. Oh, there are a lot of questions there. I'm going to have to look through it again. The Beatles, why were they so good? Why are they so enduring? Well, the endurance is good songs, and that's the hardest thing about being a band or a vocal group, an artist, is writing great songs. So yeah, they had great songs that are catchy, hooky, memorable. So that means that people remember them for a very long time, and will do for the rest of time. And yeah, I mean, quickly, just other things about the Beatles and why people have probably voted for them as number 1. When you're talking about a band and, comparing them to the other bands. So we've got Queen in second place. You've got the Rolling Stones in third place. When you're looking at the Beatles, I mean, you could argue that Queen, even though, different genre, different sound, you could argue that they have that similar makeup with band members who, first of all, can all sing, which is a huge thing. And I know that people will say, Ringo Starr didn't really sing, when they were playing live, but he can still sing. But having 3 voices that you can put together, and I mean, Queen were, when you're looking at great bands, you'll start to notice how they all have these things in common, that generally a great band will have either a guitarist or a bassist or a drummer who can sing and provide not only backing vocals, but backing vocals that are at a higher pitch than the lead vocal. And when you're talking about, Roger Taylor, for example, having that ability to sing notes that would be above what Freddie's singing, which would already be in the top end of the male tenor range. And you've got Brian May, to do the same thing. And not leaving out Mr. Deacon as well, of course. So you've got all of these voices that you can piece together, harmonically, melodically, in order to get a sound that other bands can't get. So when you're hearing that overall sound, if there was another band that says, right, we want to come along and we want to try and compete with the Beatles, with Queen, and Rolling Stones, I'm going to get to them in a second, but they'll say, right, we're going to do a cover of one of their songs. They'll then say, right, okay, who's going to sing the lower harmony? And then the guitarist will say, oh, well, I don't sing. And say, oh, okay, well, can somebody do the higher harmony? And then somebody will say, well, I can't reach that note, it's too high for my voice. And then they think, okay, so even just covering a song that this other band have done is going to be impossible for our vocal ability across the band. So this is it, that, again, getting back to the point, you've got great songs, and songwriting is a totally different thing as well. So that's a totally different skill, ability that you need to have, but then you have instrumental ability, being able to be a band. We're not just talking about a vocal group here. With any of these bands, they can play their instruments. So you've got to be able to do that. And I mean, with the Beatles, not only did you have guys that could sing, and probably to a certain extent the same thing with Queen, having vocalists who could not only harmonise, but with the Beatles, they had lead vocal ability. So it means that they could sing something just by themselves and it would stand up on its own. It wasn't just a backing vocal, because sometimes backing vocals can be a different animal, that you can be a little bit more head voicey with it, and you're looking to blend your voice with the lead vocal, but then coming out at the front of the stage and providing a lead vocal, sometimes the voice doesn't stand up on its own. Yes, in the background as a backing vocal, it might do the job. So having that lead vocal ability, the Beatles had that. I think Queen had that as well. Now the Rolling Stones, this is where it's a little bit different, because with Mick Jagger, having the showmanship side of it, there's so many things, and this answer could go on for years, but I'll try and keep it quick, because every time you think of something, you think, again, that's something that they have in common. The Beatles were great with showmanship, and we're talking about back in the 60s. I think showmanship was a different thing. It was, if anything, just a wink or a smile or a little move that they would do in unison that then everyone went crazy for. And then as things progressed, obviously then it started to become, especially with Queen, actual spectacles of live, laser shows and lights and smoke machines and all that kind of stuff. So you've got the showmanship side, which of course Freddie Mercury being just a front man, just one in a million. So you've got that, and then when you're looking at Mick Jagger, you've got the whole frontman thing as well. So you've got the show side of it. Pretty much everything you go down the list. And I'd say that the Rolling Stones were more edgy in that they weren't about the 3 or 4 part harmonies going on with their records and their live performances, but they were more about the edge and giving you something that was a little bit rough around the edges and not really caring about being perfectly on pitch. And Mick Jagger, he just did what he did, and that's what artistry is all about as well. So you've got them in slightly a different bracket because of the sound that they made, but when you look into it, you think, well, it's still the same thing. You've got the showmanship, you've got the great songs, you've got the instrumental ability, you've got the vocal ability, and with Mick Jagger, you've got unique vocal ability, because he wasn't the same as, none of these were the same. The Beatles, the Queen, and the Rolling Stones, they all have something about them that is unique and was unique. So it really does speak to the ethos of just being yourself and singing the way that you sing, because then imagine if the Beatles or Queen or the Rolling Stones were trying to sound like another band that they liked, then they wouldn't have been themselves. Obviously, they'd have just been trying to imitate another band. So that's why they are so intriguing, is because they are unique in their own way. Even though they're massively popular, you can see the differences that they have, but the similarities as well, that when you kind of dig down, all of the fundamentals are there. And that is always the same thing. It's great songs, it's instrumental ability, it's vocal ability, and it's the ability to play live accurately to how you would be in the studio. So what people have heard that has been released, and they've not heard the band live, they are hearing something that sounds like a live band. And then when they go and see the live band, of course, they're going to get value for money, which is something that I hesitate to say nowadays in the music industry. But when people paid for a live concert ticket, they went and saw the band performing live. The same things that they were doing to make the record, they would now hear it there, that second, that millisecond. It wasn't them miming along to something. And more often than not, you'd get a slightly different version because it is fully live. So anyway, I'm going to draw a line under this now, because it's a question that could go on for years, and it was a very long question, but thank you for that, Liz. And Tammy's donated £25. Thank you for that, Tammy. And the message is, hi Phil, congratulations on hitting 429,000 or 430,000 by the time you get this. Will you be doing a Halloween live stream this year? If so, what are you going to be? Rocking Phil, Batman, an alien, or just your cute self? Laugh out loud. Get yourself a little Halloween treat on me. Love and rock. So thank you for that, Tammy. And I haven't thought anything about Halloween. I don't even know where we are. I know that we're at the end of October. 26th of October. I don't even know when Halloween is. So there you go. I'll have to find out when it is and then decide what to do. I mean, generally, I don't dress up or anything. I didn't dress up last time, so at least I don't remember dressing up. So, yeah, I'm probably just going to do what I normally do. If I start dressing up, then that means I'll have to do it every year, and I won't be able to keep that up. So, thank you for that, Tammy. And, yeah, depending on when Halloween is, then that'll depend when I do the live stream. Because maybe when we've done it before, it just happened to have fallen on a live stream day. But if it's on a Tuesday, then I can do it. If it's on a Saturday, then I can do it. If it's something like a Thursday, then yeah, maybe it's not going to be that applicable. Anyway, thank you for that, Tammy. And Vera's donated £7.38. Thank you for that, Vera. And the message is, hi Phil, I'm curious again. When you were a teen and living at home with your parents, did you ever do something that you knew your parents wouldn't approve of? Like maybe sneaking out of the house to go somewhere, or do something you really wanted to do? I did from time to time. Congratulations on 429,000 subscribers. Keep it going. You're a superstar, Vera. So thank you for that. And I don't know whether it's just the design of the houses in England. Oh, Vince says Halloween is Thursday. Last year you wore the saw mask. Oh, yeah. I don't really class wearing the saw mask as dressing up per se, because it's just a mask that I put on and then take off. But yeah, if it's on Thursday, I'm not sure, because Tuesdays, I mean, it's kind of evenly between the live streams, so maybe we won't have one this year. But anyway, back to this question. Yeah, the house design in England, I know that in all of the movies that you see, like over in the USA, that there might be a house where the kid has, I don't know, like a drain pipe next to their bedroom window, and they open the window and they go down the drain pipe and then they escape. But that's not how our houses are. And we don't have drain pipes that go down by the side of windows. And if we do, it's much too risky to even try and climb down it, because it'll probably fall off the house and you'll die. So yeah, trying to sneak out, I mean, it's not something that I don't know, I can't remember ever having the desire to try and sneak out to go anywhere. But even if you wanted to, I don't know how you would achieve it, getting out of the house without waking everybody up. So yeah, I don't think it's really applicable. Maybe it's more in the movies. But something that I did that I don't know whether my parents probably would have approved of it, but only because of what happened. So when I was 16, I think, I was so ignorant as to how things worked and what alcohol was about, because I had no idea, because I'd never drunk before at the age of 16. I had no idea what alcohol really did. I just knew that people did it. So one night I went out with my friends, and it's just on a Friday night, and we got into this pub. And I think that's what happens when you're kind of 16 and 17. Yeah, all your mates are trying to get into a pub because you're not really supposed to go into a pub. You're supposed to be 18 here in the UK. So then if you could get in, it's like, oh, wow. It's I don't know what the thrill is, but there you go. So anyway, we got into this pub. Now, of course, my friend said, who wants a pint? And a pint is a lot. So because my other friends said, oh yeah, we'll have one, I said, oh yeah, okay. And you just join in with everyone. So anyway, I drank and it was Stella Artois, this particular drink, and I started drinking it, and I thought, oh, this isn't very nice. So anyway, I drunk the whole pint. And remember, I've never had any alcohol. And I've got no idea I don't know the effects of alcohol. So I had a pint. And then, of course, my friend said, oh, who wants another one? So I say, yeah, okay, so I have another one. And I think I had 3 pints, which is mental, especially for back in, I'm not exactly huge body-wise now, but I was even smaller in terms of, body fat percentage and everything. So, yeah, having 3 pints of Stella Artois, which is quite a strong alcohol. It's like a lager. Having never drunk before, of course, that had quite a severe effect on me. And it just so happened that for that evening, I was sleeping over at my friend's house. And I think my friend, because he looked older, he knew what alcohol was about, so he could drink that amount, and he was used to it. And he was bigger than me anyway, so his body could probably deal with it. But obviously, I had no idea. So, yeah, I was very ill that evening. So, and a very good lesson for me to then know that, oh, okay, alcohol is something that you can't just drink like you have water. Because I'd just drink water, being into sport and everything. That's what I drank. And I might drink, a couple of pints a day or a few pints of water a day. And I thought it would just be the same thing. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't like the taste to begin with. But I think that experience of having so much and not liking the taste and then having to go through being very ill afterwards, I think that probably, made me think for the rest of my life, I'm not bothered about alcohol. I guess it's like, imagine if you ate some fish or something, like raw fish, and then you were really ill after it. Are you then going to go out the next day and go, oh, you know what I fancy? I want more of that raw fish that I was up all night being ill because of. So, that's probably one of the things. So, I don't know. I think my parents probably would have said, oh, you shouldn't be drinking at that age. But I think that with hindsight, it was the best lesson. And I think maybe my parents wouldn't have thought I was so ignorant that I didn't know that, you could have that effect to it. And of course, I had the whole, I guess, being drunk. But I didn't feel... I don't know, some people do really stupid things when they're drunk, but I just felt really ill and obviously kind of dizzy and all that stuff. So I really didn't understand the attraction of drinking at that point. So there you go. I'm not sure whether they would have approved of it, but I think it was actually quite a good life lesson to find out what stuff does to you before you just, start drinking whatever the drink might be. So anyway, a lesson learned. Thank you for that, Vera. And Debbie has donated £10. Thank you for that, Debbie. And the message is, hi, Phil. Congrats on 429,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for highlighting Teddy Swims on Friday's analysis. I really love his voice and music. No pitch correction needed. You are the best. Love you, Debbie. So thank you for that. Let's just check in with the likeometer. 526 likes so far. So thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. We're aiming for a new record of 590 tonight. So we'll keep an eye on that. And I mean, we might get there, we might not. Who knows? But it means we're looking for 52 more people? Is that? Maybe. And how are we doing time-wise? Oh, it's almost 10 to midnight here. So we're going to have to keep getting on with it. I'm just seeing that Terry has said, most of us have been there, Phil. We don't make our best decisions at 16. Thank you for that. And this is the other thing about, I think there's a law now in the UK about young drivers that once you've passed your test, which is when you're 17 here, you're not allowed to drive with people that are the same age because of the amount of kids really that have been killed in accidents, but not only the drivers, but their passengers. So they might have, a couple of mates that are the same age who are 17. And of course, and I know this from being a guy, is that when you're 17, your brain hasn't fully developed. And I know this because I know how I used to drive. And I said in the last live stream that I had quite a a bad but good experience of being in a crash. So it meant that when I was 11 or 12, I got to appreciate what an impact was. So I've always been more careful driving, but I would still say that at the age of 17, you're still not fully taking in what's happening or looking ahead and thinking ahead. And that's something that I definitely do now, is when I'm driving, you're always looking at not only the car in front, but the car in front of that, and the car in front of that, and then the car in front of that, and then maybe the car that's about to pull out at the roundabout in front. And you're always trying to predict what people are going to be doing. So that, I mean, I would say that I think that's got me out of many an accident, is by looking ahead and thinking, what if they pull out and don't look this way? And of course, that's exactly what they've done, but I've already come to a stop, even though I might have been doing 30 or 40 miles an hour, because you're waiting for them to do something stupid. And of course they do something stupid. So it's all about trying to predict what's going to happen. But I know that, when you're 17, you're not really thinking about all of that future stuff. You're just looking at the car in front. And then, so I'd say that I agree with that. It's definitely a good law that's come in. And with guys, our brains don't develop fully, I think, until maybe 22 or 23 is where we start to get the part of the brain that understands consequences and therefore looking ahead and trying to see what might happen and all that kind of stuff. So and that is a biological fact that it's been studied, and that's why most of the crashes and deaths caused by driving are young guys that are doing it, and more often than not trying to show off to either their friends or girls and all that kind of stuff. So new law that's come in the UK, which I think is a good move. But anyway, I'm just going to get back to the donations. We'll quickly jump into the super chat window because Scarbunk has donated $10, so thank you for that, and that's their first super chat donation, and that is a straight up donation. Totoro Porco has donated $5, thank you for that, and the message is, I rewatched your UK X Factor videos and noticed that 2 judges commented on your hair, plus you didn't lip sync in your arena performance. So thank you for that. And no, indeed, those were fully live performances. The noise coming out of my mouth was the noise that I was making. So maybe I should have gone with the industry approach. I wonder if that'll ever happen now in the future with talent shows, if they're going to pre-record their vocal and then mime it live. I mean, that would be ridiculous if it happens, but we are kind of halfway there with pitch correcting vocals in auditions, which just seems crazy. But anyway, thank you for that, Totoro Porco, and just getting into the PayPal window. Diane's donated £7.38, so thank you for that, Diane, and that's a straight up donation. And then Dawn has donated £5.91, and that's a straight up donation as well, so thank you for that, Dawn. We are going to be jumping into tonight's cover video. We're looking for 25 more people to hit the thumbs up. We'll bust out the guitar and have a jam if we do hit that target. And Picture Corner. So we'll jump into that in a second as well. So, what about Troll Corner? We might have a really quick Troll Corner. Now, let's jump straight into there. So I'm going to look at this on my phone, and this is a really quick one because this is a comment I had from somebody else, and I did address this on another live stream. And this is on the video that I made on the YouTube channel called The First Take is what it was called. And they say about, it being totally honest, you just do one take and no fakery, all this kind of stuff. And then it turns out that it's owned by Sony. So that's why everything is not quite as it seems, and they do edit everything before then releasing it, because of course they want their artist to look amazing and lead people to believe that they're just that amazing naturally, whereas it's all false. So anyway, this person said, okay bro, I watched the whole video and I agreed with everything you said until I saw you change your thumbnail to Lisa. WTF ? Now you're clearly just like them. No honesty, in capital letters. And for reference, and I replied to this person, I said, I didn't change a thumbnail. I never change the thumbnails. I upload the video with the thumbnail. So I said to them that you're lying, saying that you saw me change the thumbnail, because I didn't. So anyway, there was that. So first of all, they accused me of doing something that I didn't do. And again, this Lisa person, they say you didn't analyse anything from Lisa's first take, and she only appears for 1 second in your video from the first take trailer. Such a shame. What a hypocrite. So again, this person, I don't know why they can't take in what I'm saying in the video, that I'm pointing out the first take channel is not as it seems. They're being fraudulent. They're saying it's something that it's not. And the trailer for their video is what I'm showing in my thumbnail. And in the background, it happens to be this Lisa singer. I'm not talking about Lisa the singer. I'm talking about their channel. And I have said to this person that if you've got a problem with this Lisa person being affiliated with a channel that is dishonest, then that's up to her and up to her management to say, we do not want to be affiliated with that. But then again, if she's signed to Sony, then I think her hands will probably be tied. But saying that, oh, I can't believe that you didn't feature anything from that artist. I'm not looking at all of the artists that have been on that channel. I'm saying that the channel is fraudulent, that they're not being true to their own mission statement, that they have the video about, which shows this Lisa singer, but other singers as well. So yeah, again, I don't understand how people can't understand what I'm saying in my video. And obviously they must be a fan of this Lisa singer, but their problem is Lisa being affiliated with a fraudulent channel and her having done a performance for that channel. Again, I can't help that, and I can't stop them from using her footage. So now a fraudulent channel is going to be showing her perform on it. You know, it's all out of my hands. All I can do is tell you that that is fraudulent, and if you're annoyed about it, it's not my fault. You're annoyed at the first take not being genuine. So yeah, people that have this problem, and they're directing their annoyance not at the dishonest thing, but at me saying, yeah, you're dishonest by showing exactly what you're talking about in your video, and you're showing their trailer video from their channel that you haven't even fabricated or made up yourself, so you're being dishonest. It's like, it just doesn't make sense on any level, apart from being a fan of a particular artist that's affiliated with that channel, and these people are, I don't know, frustrated maybe that their favourite artist might be now being seen as a fraud or a fake because they've been affiliated with that channel, and especially being in their trailer. So the channel have used them in their trailer. That's probably what's frustrating for the fans. So yeah, I would say to probably message the artist and say, look, can you request from the first take to remove you from their trailer, because they're a dishonest channel. So if a dishonest channel is featuring a particular artist, people might then draw that conclusion that that artist might be in with that channel as well. So anyway, there you go. That's her Troll Corner for tonight. People just, I don't know, need to watch my videos a little bit more carefully and listen to what I'm saying. And believe me when I say that I'm not lying, I'm not making stuff up. We're looking at objective data, and the thing that they're talking about is from the other channel. I didn't make that video. I didn't put the artist's face on that video. It's all them, and they should know that from watching my video, because I clearly explain it, and the links are always in the description below so people can cross-reference it all. Anyway, let's get out of the Troll Corner and then into tonight's cover video. Okay, so let's get rid of that. We are going to be jumping into You Give Love a Bad Name, my collaboration with Cena. Let me end the poll. And we'll jump into this, then we'll have Picture Corner, and then we might have, oh yes, we will be having a Phil Jam. So thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. That is a new record for a Saturday night live stream for the channel. So thank you guys for that. Let's jump into this collaboration cover, and then I'll see you after, for Picture Corner and then a jam. So see you in a second. Rock!
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Darling, you give love a bad name.
a sudden interruption from me at the end. That was myself and Cena with our collaboration cover of You Give Love a Bad Name. Thank you guys for voting for that as tonight's cover video. So I can see that there have been some other donations, so thank you guys for those. And first of all, Karen's donated $10, so thank you for that, Karen. And the message is, hi Phil, how far apart in age are you and your sister, and have you always been close, and what do your parents think about your YouTube success? So thank you for that. And we're 2 years apart in age, and you know, I'd say that when we were younger, we were definitely into different things. You know, I was kind of playing football all the time, and then I don't know what she was doing. She was out with her friends and doing the whole social thing. So I think we were very different, and we still are very different. She's very much a social person and is going out all the time to different events and parties and all, you know, going on holiday and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I just generally do what I do. I don't really go on holiday ever. I just keep working away at what I'm doing. And I guess it's because I've had a very clear focus the whole time, whereas I think she maybe focused on lots of different things, kind of wanting to do one thing and then changing her mind and going and doing another thing and then changing her mind, doing another thing, whereas I've just kind of stuck at one thing and worked at that. So, yeah, and then since she had kids and my nephews, obviously she's been very busy since then. So yeah, with my parents as well, what they think about my YouTube success, I don't know whether that's subjective to call it a success or not, but I think they are, I mean, happy about it, or they've obviously seen me work away for many years, putting in the hours, so they're probably happy that finally something's going the right way, or something seems to be happening. What I will say is that my mum certainly, she's very reserved and likes to kind of stay in the background and all this kind of stuff. So whenever I have a video that might be seen as a little bit controversial, even though all I'm doing is presenting objective data, she starts to get a little bit kind of nervous or anxious, thinking about what could happen, what might happen, what if this happens, and then but I guess it's worrying about things that I don't think need to be worried about, because maybe if I were making accusations of people and I didn't have objective proof, then it would be a different thing, because then you get cited for libel and all that kind of stuff, and you can have court cases. But yeah, whenever there's something that's maybe a little bit, as she might perceive, a large well-known artist, look out for tomorrow night's video, by the way. So maybe she should try and avoid that one. But she tends to get nervous. My dad, not so much. He doesn't have the anxious feelings or all that kind of stuff. So I think they're okay with it, and probably happy that it's going relatively well. There's another donation that's coming from Rebel from the waist down, and that's $6.66. So thank you for that. And the message is, Ken Tamplin won Best Air Guitarist at last night's Battle of the Air Guitarists at Las Vegas Hard Rock. Way to go. So thank you for that. And I can not confirm or deny that statement, but thank you for that donation. And Liz has donated $20. Thank you for that, Liz. And the message is, hi, Phil, it's all good. We love you. Back under the bridge. Trolls laugh out loud. And that's Liz's 5th Super Chat donation. So thank you for that, Liz. Right. One more donation in the PayPal window to get through, and this is Vera, who's donated £3.69. Thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, this is from Karen, and she wanted me to let you know that she is not well again. She also says, congratulations on 429,000 subscribers. I love the story of 3 pints. Been there, done that, and got so sick also. Have never drank alcohol again. Vera. So thank you for that, and get well soon, Karen. I hope, I hope that everything passes very quickly, and I'm sure that everybody in the live chat room wishes you the same. So yes, I hope everything gets sorted out quickly and you're feeling better soon. Right, we are going to be jumping into Picture Corner. Quick, let's get into there. Okay, so Ooh, I'm going to have to try and find the pictures from last time. Where are they? Because I missed them. Right. Let me see if I can get this up on screen. Okay, we're off to the left-hand side tonight, which isn't ideal, but let me grab it and move it over here. There we go. So, I'm also going to have to see if I can find the messages with these. And this is Dina, who says, my hometown in Vermont during autumn, unique as there are 3 covered bridges near each other. Between the first 2 is a railroad track. The colours are starting to peak. So thank you for that. And I can see that Dina has on a Wings of Pegasus t-shirt. So there's the Wings of Pegasus relevance to that. But yeah, good to hear about the trees and colours and bridges and all that kind of stuff. So thank you for that, Dina. And let's see what we have next. And this is a picture sent in from B, so thank you for this. And the message is, just got home from the Experience Hendrix tour and it was fantastic. Taj Farron was great, as was the rest of the musicians, but I never got to meet him, so all I have is me standing by the bus. So yeah, thank you for that. And let me find another one. Here we go. This is Connie, who has sent this one in. And oh, by the way, I think, let me just check, B had on, yeah, the Wings of Pegasus, what is that, the hoodie or the t-shirt? I can't make it out, it's too small. But we have Connie wearing the Wings of Pegasus hoodie and t-shirt. And by the way, if you want to get your hands on any of the merchandise, you click on the tray underneath this video or the link in the description below to the spring.com store. But Connie has uploaded this, and this is Connie at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. So thank you for sending that in. And where's the next picture? I think we're now going to have a look at Bob. So here's Bob, and we actually got a couple of Bob. We've got this first one, and Bob says, it was our local annual Halloween parade tonight. Our school had a float with an 80s rockers theme. Here was my Wings of Pegasus inspired contribution to the theme. So thank you for that, Bob. And here's the second picture as well, with the twin rock horns going on. And obviously the trademark Wings of Pegasus is, well, not exactly Wings of Pegasus hair, but still a pretty cool looking hairdo. Thank you for that, Bob. Right, and we have Vince. I think this was actually sent quite a while ago, but it was in the list to be shown. So here we go. This is Vince, and Vince says, here's a picture Renee took of me at her granddaughter's school festival in Des Moines, Iowa. So I don't know if I've even said that correctly, but thank you for that, Vince. And thank you, Laura, for sending me the links to see these pictures from the Facebook supporters page. And that's the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, if you guys want to hop over there yourselves, if you are a Facebook user. So let's get rid of that. Let's get back to here. And there's been another donation over on PayPal, so let me quickly get into that. Ian's donated £10. Thank you for that, Ian. And the message is, after exposing the first take deception, I wonder if you can take a look at Cool FM vocal tracks, which purport to be free from auto-tune or pitch correction, etc. For example, a favourite of mine. Oh, so this is a request. So thank you for that, Ian. And you don't have to pay for requests, of course. As I always say, just watching is great. And just, yeah, send me an email or put it in the comment section, any requests for future videos that you have. Right. Oh, Vince says, you said Iowa correctly. So maybe not the first part. So thank you for that. We are going to be jumping into the Phil Jam for tonight. Microphone on, guitar grabbed. Message from Joe, I can see, is over here. Let me click on this. Advert muted. Right. Let me try and reach this. Get this a little bit closer. I feel like I feel like I've forgotten to do something, and I haven't zoomed out. Okay, we're zoomed out. And let me skip the advert. There, unmute. Right, you're going to have to let me know what the levels are like. see if I can hear this as well. So here we go. This is, oh, by the way, Ballad for My Love, pop rock music, guitar, backing track, jam in G major. That's the name of the video. And this is from Erto Sound. That's ERTO Sound on YouTube. So let me play this and see if we can hear anything. I can't hear anything. Maybe this is just the intro. Okay, we have a hi-hat. Okay. Okay, can you hear this? I'm just trying to... there we had it. So I didn't even check as to how long the track was, so I wasn't expecting an ending, and I've only just gone clean for a bit of a different sound. But there we go, that was it. That was Ballad for My Love. Pop, rock, music, guitar, backing track, jam, in G major. And that's just the title of the video. It's a long title, and it's from Erto Sound, E-R-T-O, and then sound as you spell sound. So thank you for sending that my way, Joe. And yeah, there we have it, tonight's Phil Jam. Only possible because you guys have been hitting that thumbs up, so thank you guys for doing that as well. So if you're watching this in the future on catch up, you can still hit that thumbs up. Really does help the channel to get out there a little bit more and for the channel to grow on the whole. So we are going to be calling things to a close now. I'm going to be here with another video, of course, tomorrow night. Look out for that one. I'll be live streaming on Tuesday night again, of course. That's 11 p.m. And it's going to be back to Greenwich Mean Time at some point. Is it tonight or is it not tonight? I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check exactly when the clocks change. Or maybe somebody can type this into Google and find out. But anyway, soon we will be back to Greenwich Mean Time, but 11 p.m. is going to be the time on Tuesday night, so look out for that. And if you could join me then, it would be great. I'm going to be here again next Saturday with another live stream. The analysis videos continue, of course, on a Wednesday and a Friday. But next Saturday, we will be aiming for another record. Now that we've hit the record of 590, we'll be going for an even higher one. So if you guys can all return, that would be very much appreciated because we'll need everyone to hit the thumbs up button again. So, Cindy says you change tonight. And when does it normally change? It's usually like 2 a.m. or something, like early in the morning. So it hasn't changed yet. It still says it's 20 past midnight here in the UK. So, yeah, thank you for letting me know. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. All that's left for me to say is that there has been another donation. And Liz has donated $5. Thank you for that, Liz. The message is, here's another $5 if you play some Zappa. Hi, I'm Liz, and I'm a Zappaholic. Hi, Liz. Laugh out loud. So thank you for that, Liz. And Diamond Girl has donated $5, so thank you for that as well. And the message is beautiful jam, so thank you for that. And just saying about playing some Zappa. What we do on the live streams is Joe sends me a random backing track, and then I just try and play along. Or I try and play some relevant notes and see what happens. So it isn't a case of playing something that is kind of already a song or something that's pre-worked out. It's just, as we say here in the UK, flying by the seat of your pants. Which actually for that particular backing track is quite a straightforward one, quite a nice one, quite nice changes. So yeah, good to play over that one. Changed my effect a little bit late, but there you go. I didn't check how long the song was. Anyway, all that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I'll see you tomorrow night at that video. So, like I said, tune in for that one. It's going to be interesting, and I will see you guys then. Rock!